chciałam zaprosić na scenę przedstawiciela firmy Graphisoft, naszego partnera strategicznego, pan Szabolcs MIKO, który pełni funkcję Europe Senior Customer Success Manager. Szabolcs opowie o wpływie sztucznej inteligencji na architekturę. Szabolcs, a big thank you for being here today with us. The stage is yours.
Hello, thank you everyone. Please turn on your little devices if you would like to hear the presentation in Polish, because I will speak in English in this next 10 minutes. If anyone wants to turn it on, I'll leave you a little bit of time and then I will start my bit, which is about AI and architecture and how generally we do innovation at Graphisoft. So that's what I'm going to speak about briefly in the next 10 minutes. So, as Anna mentioned, I'm Szabolcs MIKO. I'm a Senior Customer Success Manager at Graphisoft. We come to you from Budapest today as the sponsors. And I would like to share with you two stories, very briefly, which one story will be about the AI Visualizer, which is our first AI-based, publicly released tool within Graphisoft main product, Arpad. And the second story will be a little bit more focused on a new revolutionary tool that Apple has released and how Graphisoft has utilized it for project visualization. Yes, before we jump in, if you're not an Archicad user and you're not that familiar with Graphisoft, let me just very quickly summarize what Graphisoft is. So it was founded in 1982, at the time when virtual buildings were not that common yet, right, in 1982. And then it quickly became a very interesting tool at the time for early adopters of the digital technologies. On the first Apple Macintosh, for example. Now it's available in 28 languages worldwide, in 108 countries, I think. And we have all sorts of different products. If you're interested, please come to our booth upstairs, and we are happy to give you a tour around them. I'm not going to talk in detail about each tool right now. I just wanted to mention that these are all here. Now, innovation is very much in Graphisoft's DNA. Of course, the first virtual building approach came from Graphisoft originally, and we're going to talk about some innovative projects right now, what we are currently having. So the first story that I will share with you is the AI Visualizer story. Not sure if you have been around in 2023, but you know, AI has been a very big let's say, a big boom. It had its biggest boom in 2023 when new tools were released everywhere, and we started to use ChatGPT. And of course, within Graphisoft, we wanted to provide something for our clients as well, that it's easy to use, simple to handle, and it's quickly there in your pockets in a way to utilize already with architecture workflows. So this is the AI Visualizer story. The tool itself, what it actually is, it's an AI-assisted inspiration tool. It's very important for me to emphasize that it's for inspiration. It's not to replace rendering, so it's not necessarily a rendering tool. What it is good for, it is to boost creativity, because you can take a simple model and then add to it a little bit, and the AI Visualizer will actually create some new inspirations for you during the design process. It also helps in early stage visualization, so that's very good for client presentations. I will show you a short demo very soon. Also, it helps maybe during the conceptual phase to create some extra context around the building, and it also helps in doing these design iterations very, very quickly. So this tool is powered by Stable Diffusion currently, which is an AI engine, but where the most of the work was done, sort of like related to this AI tool, is pre-prompting. That I'm also going to mention very quickly, but that's something that, for example, Graphisoft can do, that you pre-prompt an AI engine so that it's very much tailored, focused to architectural visualization, not to do all those crazy, trippy things that, for example, AI can do occasionally that you have seen. So the workflow, very simply, you create a conceptual model in the BIM tool currently, which is Arpad. You create this conceptual model, and then you use this so-called prompt. A prompt, which is a simple text. Basically, you just need to describe what you would like to see at the end result. Then the add-on runs. It creates an AI-generated image, which then, of course, you can tweak with different settings, different kinds of settings within the palette. And if you like the image, you save it, you export it, you show it to your clients. If you don't like the image, it's very simple to change a little bit about the prompt or the settings, and then you can create a redefined image based on that previous image. Good. So how does this look in practice? So again, as I mentioned, you have a simple conceptual model. So now you see an ArchiCAD window. And then you open the palette, which is a simple add-on that you can install for Graphisoft ArchiCAD. It has all sorts of different things. So you see it's a so-called image-to-image prompting tool. So that means that it uses a basic image that is got from the modeling environment. And then if you use the prompt, which could be a realistic architectural pencil drawing, or it can be something else, modern office building with a city in the background. Anyway, you don't need to be a prompt engineer to be able to do this. It's very simple. You really need to just describe what you would like to see. So once you have added this prompt and you have added all sorts of other settings, for example, the shape fidelity, which is helping you to define how the AI engines should look at the geometry that you are seeing to start with. So that shape fidelity is defining how strongly the AI engine should follow sort of like the boundaries of the so-called building that you have designed in the conceptual phase. And then you click on generate, and then it creates very quickly an image. Later on, if you're interested upstairs, we can show you some examples. And also I would like to share lots of different tips and tricks on how this could be used. And that's actually applicable also for other AI engines, by the way. So prompting is an art in a way to prompt an AI engine well, and we have some interesting facts for you, so please come upstairs if you have time, and then we can talk about that. I just in this 10 minutes cannot show you everything, unfortunately. I showed you this tool, but how are these tools developed in Graphisoft? And that's what I really wanted to talk about. So we have something that we call Graphisoft Innovation Days within the company. So obviously Graphisoft is a software developer company, and occasionally we have 2 times a year we have these Innovation Days, which are very interesting 2 days. What it is, it's supposed to drive innovation within the company. So anyone, and I mean anyone by salesperson, marketing person, software developer, designer, architects like myself, we can come up with ideas that then we can find a team for it. So designers, developers can get together, and you have your own little initiation that you can push through during 3 or 4 days of development time with the help of developers. And this is like an internal competition in a way. Then we develop a feature based on a user need or something that bugs us that we hate in the software that we wanted to fix for years. It's just a chance for employees participate sort of like in the software development in a way more integrated way. So we get together in these innovation days, and then we develop new features. And this AI visualizer was a grid project, so that's why I'm showing this to you. So last year, 2023 May, a product designer, really wanted to have something quickly releasing with the AI revolution to customers. And then it was a quick reaction to the AI revolution. They got together with a few very talented AI developers, and then they have developed this simple tool, which was helping architects in the early stage. They chose Stable Diffusion as the main core technology. Stable Diffusion, just again, very quickly, it's an image-to-image prompting AI engine, and what it can do for you is to do in-painting, which is a... Wow, okay. I need to be very quick. So what it can do for you, it's in-painting, which basically it can paint stuff into the conceptual model, and then it's out-painting, which is whatever the surrounding is, it can add some extra stuff. So it's an experimental add-on at the current stage, but it's already available as a as a local solution, so the AI engine runs on your local machine. It's very much pre-prompted, so you would get a very good architectural result instantly. And that's what pre-prompting is very good at. How this is possible, we changed our development framework in the recent years. So instead of stacking code on top of each other, now we are more modularized in a way, so little updates can be released very easily and then added to the big software, so development is a little bit faster. Another thing that I wanted to very quickly mention, and maybe I'm going to use 1 more minute of the time, I'm sorry, is the Apple Vision Pro, which unfortunately I wasn't able to bring with me to this conference today, but what I just wanted to show you, if you haven't heard about it, this is Apple's new tool. So it's sort of like, they don't like to call it a VR glass because it isn't, because it's something completely different. So it sort of like works in an augmented reality mode. It's sort of like adds digital elements to the overall reality that you see around you. So you can add different screens and everything on the side. Plus, and that's why we have developed our BIMX, our presentation and collaboration tool. We have released it for the Apple Vision Pro about 5 days after the tool's official release. And it already runs in the full immersive mode, which is the closest to the VR experience. And it's a very interesting tool that we are just looking at. So this is purely innovation. The industry is not sure yet what the Apple Vision Pro can be used for. We have a couple of ideas like enhancing productivity, for example, giving different windows, helping in 3D immersive design, helping during the construction documentation phase, client visits, and so on. Okay. So overall, we're very interested about AI developments. We are researching many topics related to AI at Graphisoft, mainly the ones that you have seen on the screen, but we do truly think that AI will have a good impact on, for example, workflow integration and simplifying those tedious tasks that architects need to do day by day in their work. So it's not to replace creative processes, it's to help and enhance those processes that normally we would need to do and are very much labor intensive. And these are also the research areas that Graphisoft is interested in to develop within AI. So we're excited about it, hope you are too. And I just wanted to thank you very much for the opportunity to speak in front of the audience. And I wish you a very good conference. And
maybe one question.
Anna, and yes.
Maybe one question. You said quickly. How quick for image that you have presented as an example of office building?
How quickly can we produce it? That was the question. How much does it take to
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. So if that's the question, then with the current tool, it really depends on your computing capabilities on the laptop. So it might be, so on my laptop, which is an M1 Mac, it takes me about 4 or 5 minutes to generate the image, which is not that quick. And right now it runs on the local hardware, but very soon we will have it computing in the cloud, which is very different, and it will not depend anymore on your computing capabilities, and that's gonna enhance it to be hopefully under a minute, but maximum 1-2 minutes to generate each image. It depends on the shape size, it depends on the complexity of the model. It's very hard to answer it, but it can be anywhere between 1 minute and 30 minutes, depending on the settings per image.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you, Szabolcs.
Thank you for the opportunity.